Why do Catholics practice fasting and abstinence during Lent? Lent is the 40 days before Easter, in which Catholics pray, fast, contemplate, and engage in acts of spiritual self-discipline. Catholics do these things because Easter, which celebrates the resurrection of Christ, is the greatest holy day of the Christian year, even above Christmas. And Catholics have recognized that it is appropriate to prepare for such a holy day by engaging in such disciplines. The reason Lent lasts 40 days is that 40 is the traditional number of judgment and spiritual testing in the Bible. Lent bears particular relationship to the 40 days Christ spent fasting in the desert before entering into his public ministry. Matthew 4:1-11. Catholics imitate such by spending 40 days in spiritual discipline before the celebration of Christ's triumph over sin and death. Fasting is biblically discipline that can be defended from both the Old and the New Testament. Christ expected his disciples to fast. This is found in Matthew 9, and he issued instructions for how they should do so. Catholics follow this pattern by holding a particular fast on Ash Wednesday and Good Friday. The abstinence from a certain food is also a biblical discipline. In Daniel 10:2-3, we read, "In those days I, Daniel, was mourning for 3 weeks. I ate no delicacies. No meat or wine entered my mouth, nor did I anoint myself at all." For the full 3 weeks, yes, Catholics use a particular similar to Daniel's, where, as a way of commemorating Christ's crucifixion on a Friday, they abstain from eating meat on that day of the week. During Lent, the only kind of flesh they eat on Friday is fish, which is a symbol of Christ. Even the Ash Wednesday practice of having one's forehead sand with ashes has a biblical parallel. Putting ashes on one's head was a common biblical expression of mourning. By having this, the sign of the cross made with ashes on their foreheads, Catholics mourn Christ's suffering on the cross and their own sins, which made that suffering necessary. Thank you, and let's have a fruitful and contemplative Lent. Thank you. This is from Guadalupe Media, Nairobi, Kenya.